Hello and welcome to Roosevelt Rebel with your host, Tisa Rebel Beltran. All right, it is a Thursday, and I'm trying to get as much homework as I can done because this weekend is my birthday weekend, and tomorrow my friends are taking me out, and I don't know where. They just said be ready, so I need to get a lot of shit done, and my executive function is being a whore right now. I honestly, if I would have known that I had this homework done, was supposed to be words. Hold on, I have to pull it together. If I knew that this homework was in my schedule, I would be have done it already. Especially because like 2 weeks ago, I wrote down all my homework. Like I to it from 2 weeks in advance, and I knew I should have looked, but I did not. Well, I didn't know that I should have looked because usually, these teachers are right on. So I looked today, and all of a sudden, I have 3 things due on Sunday. And so now I need to get that done. One of them's actually really easy, which because it's just only like a paragraph. It's basically asking you. So this is what I was going to discuss a little bit of. Would you want to be born as a man or a woman if you were given a second life? And list the reasons for your choice. Discuss whether traditional gender roles are reflected in your response. So I'm really excited about this because, as you guys know, I am a T-Swizzle fan. I'm a Swiftie. And her song "The Man" totally basically says everything that needs to be said about being born a man. All the things that she's doing, she wouldn't be called a bitch. They wouldn't be looking at all the things that she's doing if she had a dick. Let's be real. Let's be real. So I just got off the phone with one of my friends and we were discussing it, and she's like, "So what would you do? What would you be?" And I said, "I'll fucking be a hetero cis male because you have everything handed to you pretty much. You have more opportunities, and you know, that's the way to go." um Sadly, but like, in what age would I want? Like, I think I'm going to put a lot in this. I'm going to put in what year. I think what year, what year would it have been great to be a, a man? I would say, besides any decade, any day, but where it was more, a man was a man. So I'm going to do a little bit of research before I do that. It's going to be done tonight though, because tomorrow I have work, and then I don't know where my friends are taking me. So I hope they don't murder me. And then Saturday we have plans, Sunday we have plans, Monday we have plans. So this birthday week, woo, woo, um, living it up, except the past, like Sunday was the last day I did something. And then, this last 4 days have been pretty chill because, work and school. So I've been being a good girl, but this weekend we're gonna live it up. And from my understanding, there was a notification of my memory, and somebody said, "Fuck a week, make it a month." So let's see, we'll see. But yeah, I wanted to discuss like being a white hetero male cis blah 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 all that, and so I'm going to really have a good time writing up this situation with my homework tonight. Uh, and what kind of gender roles, like if it was going to be traditional gender roles in my life, this will be fun. What if I say that I am a white gay man instead? How about we do that? Let's just put some oppression on my life. Let's say I'm a fucking white gay man in the fucking 70s during everything. How's that? Let's do that. No, I don't know. So I'm gonna have fun with this, honestly. So then, and then I have some other things I need to do, and my fucking executive function has not been on the ball tonight, and uh, I'm rolled up like uh, the show Atlanta, the second season. I didn't finish it. I thought I did, and I did not. So I put it on and like everything disappears because I am in love with fucking Mr. Man and always have been ever since the beginning of his days before he became Lando. But anyhow, uh, but I don't think he made it big. He made it big before he played Lando. But I am really enjoying it, and the new season starts at the end of the month. I think maybe the fucking 23rd. I need to switch my calendar. I am still showing January. But yeah, so that's what's been going on. And I know that I wanted to discuss feelings. I have it written down. That's funny because I was just like, when am I going to get around to this? But before I start my homework, no, I've already started my homework. So, uh, I just already started my homework. So I'm proud of myself for getting some things done. And some of it's really easy. It's just getting it done because I'm just like, do, 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 do. And it'll get done. So I wanted to discuss about feelings and feeling things that you haven't felt in a really long time. So this is going to get very down. I don't know. So anyways, so from what I've been feeling, so I was in this deep depression for a little bit now because of this pandemic and everything that, schmiggity schmack, all the shit that I've already talked about. Um, and it feels amazing when you're fucking healing. When you wake up and you're feeling better about things and you're starting to feel things that you haven't felt in years, like literally I was feeling something the other day and I was like, what is this? It's like fucking Jack Skellington and shit. And I got very emotional about the feelings that I was having, and I was crying about them, and I'm like, what is this feeling? I don't understand. And I had to talk it over with a couple people and explaining to them where I think the feelings came from, and it it was just so it's been a while. So we discussed it. I talked it over with someone. They they're a therapist. They're not directly my therapist, but kind of, when you have therapist friends, you get your free sessions in. So I have so many therapist friends, so I get a lot of fucking free sessions in. Uh, so her and I were discussing it, and I was like, this is what I'm feeling, this is what is going on, and this is what I'm thinking that's coming from. And so, you know, and I was so sad. Not, I don't know how to express what the sadness was for. It was amazing to be able to feel the feelings that I was feeling again because I hadn't felt those feelings in so long. And they are positive feelings. They're good feelings. They're not negative ones. But because I hadn't felt it in so long, it was kind of overwhelming, especially because I've kind of shut off, honestly, I've shut off entirely my feelings and it's a horrible defense mechanism. And I do that. I just shut down and I'm unable to feel anything, even though, like, I feel like sometimes I would just be there and not expressing the way that I should, the way that I usually am. And, you know, I know how I am during the certain situations, but I'm not being that way because I've just completely shut off everything because I am got hurt. And I now that I'm healing and then I'm feeling these feelings again, um, that's been like, oh man, like, fuck, 4 or 5 years. Dang. So, so I was having these feelings and it was just so overwhelming to know that I still am able to feel again the way that I enjoy. It's a feeling that is like home. It is something that makes you feel alive. It's kind of like going outside and you haven't been outside in so long and just feeling the grass on your feet and smelling the air and feeling the sun on your face and just being able to smell the change of seasons. And it's such a familiar smell. It's a familiar feeling and you just fucking feel at home. So this is the way that I was feeling last weekend. I think it was Friday. And I got really sad about it. And I was talking to my therapist friend, and I'm like, this is what I'm feeling. And I think it's because of this. And I don't know how to fucking, what I'm going, I'm like, okay, so I'm not going to do anything about the way that I'm feeling because there isn't any way to act upon it. But I am just thankful that I am not dead. So going through a depression, you have these feelings or non-existent of feelings, and you're just trying to figure out what to do next. And, you know, getting hurt is the worst thing in the world, especially when you are a person that loves hard, a person that fucking is always upbeat and positive about stuff. Because usually I am very upbeat and positive about stuff and nothing can weigh me down. But sometimes being a person that is positive and upbeat all the time and being around people that are the most negative and sad people where it just weighs you down and your blue skies turn gray. Sometimes it's about energy vampires and people who have their light shining so bright and then it just gets fucking snuffed. That's the way that I feel it happened to me. And I stopped seeing the silver lining. I stopped seeing the light. I stopped because there's only so much positivity that you can fucking throw out in the world when it keeps fucking getting ricocheting back to you and coming back into darkness as darkness. You know? So the feelings that I had, and it's something, so my friends were like, well, you really need to figure out what it is. And I'm like, no, I'm not, I am saying that it exists. This feeling exists. The way that I'm feeling exists. But it's a feeling that exists, but it can't go anywhere right now. So what's the point of going over it over and over again and being like, okay, I have this feeling. What does it mean? I have this feeling. What does it mean? But when you can't express it the way that you want to express it, you have to just let it be and see what happens, because you know that it'll go away or it will become something more than what it is. It'll grow. If not, then it'll go away. Like it would die, but not like horribly, like death. Like not a horrible death, just be a burn. It'll burn out. Let's put it that way. So this feeling that I am feeling is either going to burn out or grow into a beautiful watermelon plant. I don't know. And, you know, discussing these things with people that you trust and people that know you, because most of the people that I've talked to about these things, you know, for one, they're legally able to give me the advice that they're giving me. They wouldn't they wouldn't steer me in the wrong direction. They are people that I have known for 20 years or more. They have, you know, they're licensed professionals. So that makes me feel amazing when, you know, when I'm talking to them. Especially with like the discussions that we talk about, because I'm a psychology major and they're, you know, we're psychology majors. They're fucking, you know, graduate school. They have their masters and possibly going on to their PhDs. You know, we have these discussions all the time. So You know,